What if I told you there are places where your monthly retirement budget, yes, even just your Social Security check, could get you beachfront views, fresh seafood dinners, and enough sunshine to make your old boss jealous, all without going broke? Meanwhile, back in the States, people are paying $2,000 a month for a one-bedroom apartment with a peekaboo view of the neighbor's garbage bins. Let's be real. Retiring in most American cities feels more like surviving than living. The cost of living is sky high, rents outpacing pensions, and let's not even talk about healthcare costs without raising your blood pressure. But here's the twist. Affordable island living isn't just a fantasy cooked up by travel bloggers and expat influencers sipping coconuts on Instagram. It's real, it's accessible, and it might just be way cheaper than you think. In this video, we're diving into 10 stunning islands where retirees are trading in their stressful, overpriced lives for hammock naps, warm ocean breezes, and bills that won't give you nightmares. And nope, we're not talking about places where you need $1 million or speak 5 languages to fit in. These are low-cost, laid-back, and retiree-approved. Stick around because some of these islands are so under the radar, you've probably never even heard of them. Yet, they're exactly what you've been looking for. Welcome to Restful Wealth, the place where we help you retire smart, live richly, and say goodbye to overpriced everything. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's explore your island escape without blowing your budget. Number 10. Isla Colón, Bocas del Toro, Panama. A little wild, a little chill, and a lot affordable. If Jimmy Buffett and Bob Marley opened a retirement village together, Isla Colón would be it. Tucked away in the Bocas del Toro archipelago off Panama's Caribbean coast, this island offers that perfect balance of tropical paradise and, I don't care what day it is, lifestyle. Think jungle meets beach, monkeys swinging through the trees while you're sipping coconut water on the porch. Or maybe something a little stronger with a paper umbrella in it. And here's the kicker. You can live here comfortably for as little as $1,100 to $1,400 a month. We're talking rent, utilities, food, fun, the whole tropical shebang. You get turquoise waters, reggae rhythms drifting in the breeze, and freshly grilled red snapper from the local fishermen for the cost of a sad takeout pizza back home. But don't mistake the laid-back vibe for a lack of infrastructure. Isla Colón has fiber optic internet. Yes, even paradise needs Wi-Fi, access to medical clinics, and a tight-knit expat community that'll welcome you like long-lost family, assuming you like flip-flops, hammocks, and not talking about politics. Now, let's talk about the crown jewel. Panama's Pensionado Visa program. If you're 60-plus men or 55-plus women, you can qualify for this legendary retirement visa that comes with perks that sound like Black Friday for boomers. 25% off airline tickets, 20% off medical bills, 50% off movie tickets. Yes, they have movie nights in paradise too. And tax exemptions that make Uncle Sam look like your stingy cousin. Is it perfect? Well, if you're allergic to rain, you might notice the wet season likes to stick around. And yes, the pace is slow. But isn't that the whole point? Isla Colón isn't about luxury, it's about freedom. The kind where your biggest worry is whether to watch the sunset from your porch or your kayak. So if you're ready to swap traffic noise for howler monkeys and sky-high bills for sky-blue seas, Isla Colón might just be your personal slice of Caribbean calm, with a side of sass and savings. Number 9. São Miguel, Azores, Portugal. If Hawaii and Switzerland had a love child, and that child grew up speaking Portuguese and sipping espresso by the sea, you'd get São Miguel, the crown jewel of the Azores, a cluster of 9 volcanic islands just floating quietly in the middle of the Atlantic like Europe's best-kept secret. Nicknamed the Green Island, São Miguel is all rolling hills, crater lakes, hydrangea-lined roads, and coastal cliffs that look like someone dialed nature up to 11. It's the kind of place where cows have ocean views and the biggest traffic jam is caused by a herd crossing the road. Retirement stress? Never heard of her. But let's get to the good stuff. The cost of living here is refreshingly un-European. A comfortable retirement lifestyle, rent, food, healthcare, cafe hopping, can run you around $1,500 to $2,000 per month. That's less than many folks pay for property taxes alone back in the States. And yes, a glass of excellent Portuguese wine is often cheaper than a bottle of water. You're welcome. Healthcare? Oh, just the highly ranked low-cost EU system. If you're a legal resident, you get access to Portugal's national healthcare program, which is kind of like winning the Medicare lottery, minus the paperwork migraine. And then there's the peace and quiet. São Miguel isn't trying to be a party island. It's more of a sip coffee and watch the fog roll over the volcanoes kind of vibe. The locals are warm, the pace is slow, and crime? Let's just say if someone loses their wallet here, the odds are it gets returned, with a thank you note. Of course, it rains more than your Florida golf course would tolerate, and speaking a bit of Portuguese will earn you major brownie points. But trade-offs are a part of life, and this one comes with fresh seafood, hot springs, and pastel de nata. So if you're craving that Europe meets Eden experience, without torching your nest egg, São Miguel just might be where serenity and savings shake hands, with a glass of Vinho Verde in the other. Number 8. Sri Lanka, Southern Coast. If you're looking for a retirement spot where the beaches are golden, the wildlife wanders freely, and your dollars stretch further than yoga pants at a buffet, southern Sri Lanka might just be your dream come true. This teardrop-shaped island off the southern tip of India is what you get when Mother Nature decides to show off. Lush jungle? Check. Waterfalls? Yep. Surfer-approved beaches and palm-lined coasts? Absolutely. And yes, you can actually spot elephants wandering around like they own the place, because they kind of do. Now let's talk about your wallet, because here's the kicker. You can live comfortably here for as little as $900 to $1,200 a month. That's rent, food, transport, coconut smoothies, and even the occasional beachfront massage that costs less than your last trip to Starbucks. And before you ask, yes, high-speed internet exists, even in paradise. The southern coast in particular, places like Gale, Marissa, and Tongale, offers a perfect blend of relaxed beach town charm and expat-friendly amenities, with a side of spicy curry and world-class tea. The vibe is laid back and tropical, with a splash of colonial architecture and UNESCO World Heritage flair. Healthcare? Affordable and surprisingly good in the private sector. A doctor's visit can run you around $10 to $20 out of pocket. And if you ever need more advanced care, the capital city, Colombo, isn't far. Plus, Bangkok and Singapore are just a short flight away for top-tier hospitals. Sure, learning a bit of Sinhala or Tamil will earn you serious respect points, and possibly an extra helping of sambal. But English is widely spoken, especially in expat hubs. Oh, and did we mention the train rides through tea plantations, the yoga retreats, and the $3 seafood dinners? Retirement here feels less like downsizing and more like leveling up. So if you're ready to retire somewhere that feels like National Geographic and a travel magazine had a baby, southern Sri Lanka is calling, and the elephants might just walk you home. Number 7. Cebu Island, Philippines. Cebu is Manila's chill, affordable cousin, with better beaches and fewer traffic meltdowns. Let's be honest, if Manila is the overachieving, slightly chaotic big city cousin always stuck in traffic and late for brunch, Cebu is the relaxed sibling who shows up on time, brings fresh mangoes, and still manages to look good in flip-flops. Located in the heart of the Philippines, Cebu Island is where convenience and paradise shake hands. On one side, you've got modern city life. Think high-end malls, international restaurants, and top-tier hospitals with English-speaking staff. On the other, you've got white sand beaches, world-class scuba diving, and sunsets so beautiful they'll make your Facebook friends jealous for months. Now let's talk pesos and cents. A retiree can live very comfortably in Cebu for around $1,200 to $1,800 a month. That includes rent in a nice apartment, possibly with a pool, utilities, delicious meals you didn't cook, and probably a weekly massage, because you've earned it. And healthcare? The Philippines is known for its affordable and high-quality medical care, especially in cities like Cebu. You'll find modern clinics, international doctors, and hospital bills that won't require you to auction off your vintage coin collection. English is widely spoken, so you won't need to master Tagalog or Bisaya just to order lunch, unless you want extra brownie points and bigger smiles. Plus, the locals? Some of the friendliest people on the planet. Seriously, the Filipino hospitality stereotype is very real. Worried about visa hassles? Don't be. The Philippines offers one of the most retiree-friendly visa programs in Asia, and Americans can stay up to 36 months before needing to apply for a permanent resident visa. Cebu is also incredibly well connected. Need a quick hop to Thailand, Japan, or Australia? The international airport has you covered. Want to island hop? Ferries are cheap and frequent. Just grab your sunscreen and go. Sure, there's a rainy season and the occasional karaoke battle happening at 2 a.m. But hey, every paradise has its quirks. So if you want to retire somewhere with city perks and tropical vibes, where your budget actually stretches and your stress levels shrink, Cebu might just be the sweet spot you've been dreaming about. Number 6. Malta. If you've ever dreamed of retiring somewhere where ancient stone walls meet sun-soaked coastlines and the local bakery knows your name and your order, welcome to Malta, Europe's pocket-sized paradise that punches way above its weight. This tiny island nation, floating in the middle of the Mediterranean like a well-seasoned crouton in a sea of olive oil, has just about everything. Crystal clear waters, 300-plus days of sunshine a year, and more historical drama than a season of Game of Thrones, which, fun fact, was partially filmed here. But the best part? You get all this Mediterranean magic without the Mediterranean markup. Unlike Spain or Italy, Malta lets you live that sea-breezy lifestyle without needing a yacht-sized bank account. A modest, comfortable retirement lifestyle can run between $1,800 to $2,300 a month, including rent, groceries, and your new espresso addiction. And don't stress about language barriers. English is one of Malta's official languages, so you won't need to dig up your high school Latin or take night classes in Italian. Everyone from your landlord to your fishmonger will speak English, which is helpful when you're trying to order squid and not accidentally adopt one. Malta is also part of the EU, which means excellent public health care, good infrastructure, and access to other European countries when you feel like a weekend jaunt to Paris or Athens. Because why not? Yes, it's small, tiny, actually, but that just means less traffic and more coastline per capita. And while Malta gets busy in summer with tourists, the rest of the year is blissfully calm and community-oriented, especially for retirees looking for peace with a side of pesto. So if you've made it this far into the list, thank you. You clearly know a good deal when you hear one. If you're enjoying this journey through the world's most affordable islands, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that bell so you never miss an escape-worthy retirement idea. Ready for the next island escape? Stick around, because we're only halfway through, and it only gets dreamier from here. Number 5. Roatan, Honduras. Roatan, the island where the Caribbean meets your retirement dreams, but without the bank account panic attack. Located just off the coast of Honduras, this lush little gem delivers the turquoise waters and white sand fantasy you've seen on cruise ship brochures. But here, you're not just passing through. You're home. Let's get the juicy part out of the way. You can live well in Roatan for around $1,200 to $1,800 a month. That includes housing, utilities, groceries, fresh seafood straight off the boat, and maybe even a kayak if you're feeling adventurous. Want beachfront views? You might actually afford one here, without winning the lottery or selling your NFT collection. Now, Roatan isn't just pretty, it's practical. The island has a growing expat community, meaning you'll find plenty of fellow retirees who've traded commutes for coconuts. And the locals? Warm, welcoming, and often bilingual. Many speak both Spanish and English, so ordering your baleadas won't require Google Translate, though it might improve your charade skills. Healthcare is accessible and affordable, with private clinics on the island and more advanced care just a short trip to the mainland. And yes, the internet works well enough to Zoom with your grandkids, or stream your favorite crime dramas while sipping rum on the porch. Just saying. But the real magic? Roatan sits atop the world's second-largest barrier reef, which means you're never more than a few sandy steps away from some of the best snorkeling and diving on Earth. Why settle for retirement hobbies like birdwatching when you could be swimming with parrotfish and sea turtles instead? There are quirks, of course. Island time is real. Power outages happen. And yes, you might find a gecko in your shower now and then, But honestly, that's just part of the charm. So if you've been craving Caribbean vibes without the sky-high price tag, Roatan could be your slice of paradise, with a lower cost of living and a whole lot of wow. Number 4. Penang, Malaysia. If retirement had a flavor, Penang would be a 5-star buffet of culture, comfort, and curry. Located off the northwest coast of Malaysia, this vibrant island is where East meets West, past meets future, and your social security check suddenly feels powerful. Let's start with the price tag, because let's face it, that's what brought us here. You can retire comfortably in Penang for around $1,000 to $1,600 a month. And no, you're not living in a hut. That includes rent in a modern apartment, air conditioning, yes, you'll need it, and all the satay skewers and iced kopi, local coffee your stomach can handle. Now let's talk food, because Penang is basically Asia's foodie capital. We're talking Michelin-level street food for under $1. Char kway teow? Nasi lemak? Curry laksa? If you don't know those words yet, you will, and your taste buds will write thank you notes. But Penang isn't just a foodie fantasy. It's also a healthcare haven. Malaysia's medical system is consistently ranked among the best in Asia, with world-class hospitals, highly trained doctors, many educated in the US or UK, and prices that won't leave you choosing between your health and your hobbies. A full checkup could cost less than a dinner out back home. English is widely spoken, so navigating daily life is refreshingly easy. From getting a haircut to negotiating with your landlord, you won't need a translator. Just a little patience and a big smile. And the setting? Think Buddhist temples nestled between high-rises, lush jungle hills just minutes from the beach, and modern malls sitting right next to colonial architecture. It's a cultural mosaic that somehow just works, like if George Clooney and a street artist opened a yoga studio together. Penang also offers a solid expat community, vibrant arts and culture, and the Malaysia My Second Home (MM2H) visa program, which gives retirees long-term stability with minimal red tape. So if you're looking for a place that balances affordability, medical care, mouth-watering food, and rich cultural charm, Penang just might be your perfect mix of spice and serenity. Number 3. Corfu, Greece. Let's be honest, Greece was probably already on your dream list. Whitewashed homes, endless coastlines, and feta cheese on literally everything? Yes, please. But here's the plot twist. You don't need to move to pricey Santorini or tourist-swarmed Mykonos to get the Greek island dream. Enter Corfu, the underrated, affordable Mediterranean muse just waiting to adopt you. Nestled in the Ionian Sea, Corfu is like that artsy, slightly eccentric relative who still somehow throws the best dinner parties. Here, you can retire comfortably on $1,300 to $1,800 a month, and that includes sipping espresso in historic town squares and renting a charming little flat that probably comes with a view and an old olive tree that's seen more history than most textbooks. Corfu is drenched in character. Byzantine churches, Venetian alleyways, neoclassical mansions, and beaches that look like they were photoshopped. The sunsets? Let's just say your phone's storage is going to hate you. And while Greek may be the official language, many locals speak English, especially in Corfu, where tourism and expat life are part of the island's DNA. Plus, the Greek people? Warm, generous, and they will absolutely feed you too much at any gathering. Caution, you may develop a deeply emotional attachment to homemade spanakopita. Healthcare? Greece has a public healthcare system that covers residents and a robust private option that's still affordable by Western standards. You can get quality care without selling a kidney or needing one from the stress of medical bills. Daily life here is a Mediterranean rhythm you'll quickly fall in love with. Mornings at the market, afternoons at the beach, and dinners that last 3 hours. It's not slow living, it's soulful living. So, if you've ever wanted to trade your snow shovel for a sun hat and your 9 to 5 for a 2-hour lunch, Corfu is calling, and it's surprisingly easy to answer. Don't go anywhere. Our next island might just be the one that seals the deal for your retirement dream. Island number 2 is on deck, and it's a tropical beauty with serious expat appeal. Number 2, Isla Mujeres, Mexico. If you've ever thought, I want to retire on an island, but I also want to be able to get to a Costco, then Isla Mujeres just might be your unicorn. Just a 15-minute ferry ride from Cancun, Isla Mujeres Translation, Island of Women, is like Tulum before the yoga influencers took over. Laid back, colorful, and refreshingly real. It's the kind of place where your biggest daily dilemma is deciding between fish tacos or ceviche for lunch. Spoiler alert, both are under $5 and delicious. Living here is surprisingly affordable. You can get by on $1,200 to $1,800 a month, depending on your tastes and how much beachfront you want to wake up to. Rent a small but charming casa near the sea, eat like royalty on street food prices, and still have enough left over for a weekly massage, or at least a round of margaritas. Healthcare? Mexico's got you covered. Private hospitals in nearby Cancun offer modern care at a fraction of U.S. prices. Dental work that doesn't bankrupt you? Check. Prescription meds without the third-degree interrogation? Also check. And the vibe? Isla Mujeres is all about easygoing island life with just enough buzz to keep it interesting. Golf carts are the preferred mode of transportation because why not? And the pace is slower than a telenovela plot twist. But if you ever crave shopping malls, big city hospitals, or a night of chaos, Cancun is just a boat ride away. English is widely spoken, thanks to the strong expat and tourist presence. But locals will love you even more if you try out your high school Spanish. Just don't mix up embarazada with avergonzadoist at the pharmacy. That's a retirement memory you don't need. So if your idea of paradise is turquoise water, friendly neighbors, mouth-watering food, and just enough proximity to civilization, Isla Mujeres gives you the best of both worlds, with a tan and a smile to match. Number 1. Bohol, Philippines. This isn't just another cheap tropical escape. Bohol is like that quiet genius in the back of the class who doesn't show off, but casually blows your mind when it speaks up. Located in the heart of the Philippine archipelago, Bohol is a peaceful island where life moves to the rhythm of nature, not rush hour. Here, a modest monthly budget of $1,000 to $1,500 gets you everything. A cozy home, fresh seafood dinners, white sand beaches, and even a few island-hopping adventures for good measure. Yes, really, let's talk vibes. Bohol has the chill of a sleepy coastal town, but with access to modern conveniences and international standard healthcare, especially with Cebu City just a ferry ride away. English is widely spoken, so you won't have to pull out Google Translate every time you need to buy shampoo or pay a bill. And if you're wondering what you'll do all day, well, let's just say boredom doesn't stand a chance. From diving with sea turtles to cruising down the Lobak River while being serenaded by a local choir, to visiting the world-famous Chocolate Hills. No, they're not edible, but they are oddly adorable. Bohol is full of unique, affordable adventures. You'll also meet a welcoming mix of locals and expats who actually smile at you, not in the "I want to sell you something" way, but in the "Hey neighbor, want to grab a mango shake" way. The cost of living is so low it feels like you're using Monopoly money. A doctor's visit? Around $20. A beachfront lunch? Maybe $5. A sunset? Free. And it happens daily. Retirement here isn't just affordable, it's downright poetic. And that, dear viewer, wraps up our list of the top 10 affordable islands to retire. If you've made it this far, you clearly have taste and maybe even dreams of retiring smart. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend who's also dreaming of beach life on a budget. Hit that bell so you don't miss more retirement gems from Restful Wealth. Until next time, dream big, nap often, and sip something tropical.